What is good, Nio family? It's your boy Ray-Jay back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Nio. I'm going to talk about what on earth the price movement is showing in terms of technicals. I'm going to talk about what the news is saying about Nio and why some experts are saying that you should buy Nio now. And before I do talk about this, I have to mention that I'm not a financial legal or taxation expert, so I don't take this as financial legal or taxation advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash that like button if you want to see more videos like this and all of this benefits the entire Nio community as a whole. With all that said and done and out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So looking at Nio from a technical perspective, we are up for 1.06% for the day, and Nio closed exactly where I predicted it would close at around $40 a share. I predicted that Nio would break 40 just barely and closed right there, and that's exactly where Nio went. So what is going on with Nio? Why is Nio suddenly in the green? There are many big catalysts that came out, but before I talk about the catalysts and all the good stuff, let's look at some technicals. So I want you guys to see something very cool. The MACD, for those of you who don't know, the MACD just crossed the 9-day moving average right here. And that's what this basically shows is when the crosses happen, it's an indicator of whether a stock is in a bullish or bearish cycle. So right here, for instance, the MACD crossed. And we could see that Nio entered the bearish cycle. It dropped and dropped and dropped quite a bit. And then it continued on the bearish cycle until the MACD crossed a little bit temporarily, crossed again, it dropped. And then look right here, the MACD crossed, right? Right after Nio was $33, it crossed. And then after it crossed, Nio's been going up and up and up and up and up, which shows that Nio is in a bullish cycle. The histograms are green right now for the MACD. This means that it's going to gain more and more momentum, and we could see Nio slowly stair step its way up and up and up and up. In addition, if I look at, let's see, the RSI right now, and I think I have to bring up the 5-day chart to show it more, uh, in a much more accurate manner, we could see that it touched the upper band multiple times, which shows lots of strength. And overall, where Nio closed at is in the middle, which shows that it has more room to run. It was not overbought. But anyways, if you look at the 1-day, 1-minute chart, we can see that Nio had a pretty solid day for today. And I'm going to bring up some Bolingers to make it easier to see. Right here, Nio ran all the way up to $40.90. It dropped just right after. It began to consolidate quite a bit, and consolidation around the 40s is a very good sign for a company like Nio because it took Nio so long to get back to 40. After it dropped, it had a run up right just like that, more volatility, and it closed above the mean price, close to the upper Bollinger, which means that it had a very strong closing. That makes me even more bullish for Nio for the long term and short term simultaneously. Now, what does this mean for Nio, and what do I think is going to happen? I'm going to give you guys my price prediction. Before I talk about my price prediction, let's see what the news is saying, okay? So, looking at the news, it says right over here, Nio outperformed the market on a strong trading day. Once again, Nio is doing quite good. It's up over 1.06%. It's currently up about, it's in the green, so that's a good sign, and it's looking really good. Now, people are very, very happy to see Nio in the green, and it's leading to more and more positive sentiment. Why am I talking about positive sentiment? Look right over here. I have some breaking news, guys. Seeking Alpha's analysts have given Nio a rating, whether you should buy it or sell it. And I'm going to show you what they said. And says Nio was down almost 40% since earlier this year, and we know that. However, it has had better than expected Q3 delivery volumes, and Goldman Sachs upgraded a buy rating for Nio. On top of that, they're talking about many catalysts, such as the ET7 sedan coming out, European expansion, which they didn't even mention that, but that's another thing I just was thinking about, and that's probably going to be something big for next year. So they basically go over all the numbers. They talk about Goldman Sachs giving Nio a $56 price target for the near term future. We're talking about all these big things coming, the shift in sentiments and European expansion, new delivery data coming out, all these big things. And the ET7, the new smart sedan that's coming out, it's competing with the Tesla Model S, the Mercedes S-Class, and BMW 7 Series. It's considered a luxurious car, and a lot of people love it. And they also talk about, their battery packs capacities, but I'm not going to bore you guys with everything. I'm going to scroll down to the part where they say something really big, and that is right over here in the conclusion. They said that Wall Street's consensus based and their consensus is very similar to Wall Street's. Wall Street is saying that Nio should be at $59 in 12 months. I disagree with that. I think it's going to be much higher. But anyways, they are basically saying that based off their data, based off the analysis, that there's a promising uptrend for the stock in both the short and long term, making its current price level a reasonable buy opportunity. You heard that properly. Seeking Alpha is giving Nio a buy rating. They're saying you should buy Nio right now because it's a very, very reasonable price and it has a lot of upward momentum coming, just as shown by the MACD, as Nio has been doing quite well. And overall, look, we saw consolidation in the 40s, which shows it's stair stepping its way up. I can even bring up the 1 month chart and show you how this thing has been stair stepping its way up. We could even show you what I believe. Actually, I think if I bring up the 6 month chart, it would be a lot better. But let's just look at a Fibonacci real quick. What on earth would a Fibonacci be showing us right like that? If we start at the 30s and we go all the way up to 55 or about 56, which is where Nio was at, there are levels of support and resistance that Nio is fighting. It's currently fighting the resistance at around the 40, and right now it's going to come very close to beating it. And I do think that eventually in the short term, Nio is going to break it, and that's what I predict is going to happen. That's my short term prediction for Nio for the end of the week. I do think that we're going to close a little bit above 40, and I do think that Nio can make it there. But for the long term future, I'm very, very bullish. Why? I mentioned this yesterday, guys. I'm going to repeat it to you guys. Nio Day 2021 is going to be held on December 18th. Remember that. December 18th is Nio Day. And that's the reason why I'm super bullish, because Nio has a big announcement. Nio Day is supposed to be in January. Why on earth are they moving it to December 18th? The answer is they have a big announcement. And they even said this too. It's not just wishful thinking. They they basically are gonna let us know something absolutely huge. We're going to see an update on the ET7 sedan. We're going to see delivery data. And the most important thing, in my opinion, which I think is finally going to be announced, is European expansion. That's right, Nio expanding to Norway, Nio expanding to Denmark, Nio expanding throughout Europe, Nio expanding possibly to Germany very soon too. We're going to hear all about that. It's also rumored that their sports car, the EF9, should be unveiled, or it most likely will or will not be, but we don't know for sure. But it's most likely going to be unveiled at the event. So there are big, big things coming for this company. So I'm going to make sure that I, load the boat on Nio as soon as I can. And I do have a lot of Nio right now. I'm going to buy even more Nio. I'm getting ready to keep on buying as much as I can because I know we're on an upward trend, and I know that Nio is undervalued in my opinion. I think that it has a lot of room to grow. So with that said and done, guys, there are many, many huge catalysts coming out, and Nio is looking very, very good for both the near term and long term future. Thank you for listening, guys. Stay strong and never give up on your dreams. Nio is the future. Give it the time it needs, and it's going to stair step its way up. Please be patient. Remember, it's a long-term play. Just give it the time it needs, and it's going to be beautiful. Thank you. I'll see you on the next video, and peace out.